The mountains have a way of calling to you. For me and my brother, that call came from Three Brothers Mountain. The two of us, heading for a peak that promised adventure. We packed our gear and drove towards Manning Provincial Park, leaving the city behind. The air grew cleaner, the world simpler. We were trading daily noise for the honest challenge of the wild. This wasn't just a hike, it was about reconnecting with each other and something bigger. My brother has always been my closest ally. We've faced tough moments before, and this trail was our next test. The drive itself was part of the journey, watching the city fade into mountains, anticipation building. We laughed, shared stories, and felt the excitement grow. As we pulled into the Blackwall Peak parking lot, the scale of the mountains hit us. The sky was endless blue, the air thin and pine-scented. This was our starting point, just the trail, our boots, and the will to move forward. We stood together, looking out at the path into the wilderness. A silent agreement passed between us. We were in this together. Whatever the mountain threw at us, we'd face it as one. The adventure had truly begun. We took our first steps toward the unknown. The Three Brothers Trail starts with a descent, not a climb. We left the car and walked downhill, the path wide and easy. Meadows of wildflowers surrounded us, distant peaks on every horizon. The conversation was light, but we knew every step down would be a challenge to reclaim later. The trail was exposed, the sun and wind making us feel small in the vast landscape. After a few kilometers, we dipped into a more sheltered area, heading for Buckhorn Campsite. The descent steepened, switchbacks winding through cooler air and thicker forest. We reached Buckhorn, a rustic spot among the trees, and paused for water and a quick snack. Looking back, the slope we descended reminded us of the climb ahead, but our focus was forward, deeper into the alpine forest. The next phase awaited, the approach to the first brother. We pressed on, ready for the challenge. The first brother looming ahead. The trail became a thin ribbon across the alpine landscape. The climb began in earnest, switchbacks revealing ever wider vistas. Wildflowers painted the slopes, but our focus was the summit. The final push was steep, a scramble over loose rock and scree. The wind howled, the challenge raw and physical. We encouraged each other, every step a test of will. At last, we reached the summit, lungs burning, muscles aching. The view was pure exhilaration, jagged peaks, green valleys, distant lakes. We dropped our packs, turning in awe at the 360-degree panorama. We'd faced the challenge and won. Standing together, we shared a moment of triumph. This is what it's all about, pushing your limits, sharing the reward. The mountain had tested us, and we'd answered. We took it all in, knowing this was a memory we'd keep forever. The descent awaited. On the summit, the world feels different, just wind and your heartbeat. We found a sheltered spot, absorbing the alien landscape and our accomplishment. Up there, you feel your connection to the universe. After lunch, it was time to descend. Going down was tough on the knees, but the views offered a new perspective. We passed other hikers, sharing nods of respect. The return through forest and Buckhorn was quicker, but the final climb loomed. Tired and quiet, we pushed through the last uphill stretch. Reaching the parking lot was pure relief and satisfaction. We were exhausted, but filled with a deep sense of accomplishment. This hike was more than a physical journey. It was about connection and resilience. The mountain taught us perseverance and the value of the present moment. As we drove away, we carried the quiet strength of the mountains within us.